Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Shanna. Welcome to my channel. I'm not a blue ribbon quilter. My focus is on keeping people warm. I want to make a quilt that's sturdy and warm as quickly as possible. So a little while back I made a video about how much I enjoy making these strippy blocks. And at the time I was just overwhelmed and inundated with strips. So more about that in a minute. I do recommend if you take on this project, make these bigger than you think you want them to be. These wound up being pieced at about 17.5 to 18 inches. I trimmed them to 15.5 inches square. And that's just between the smallest one and the largest one. That was a happy medium, and there was very little waste. So these were trimmed to 15.5 inches. There's 20 of them, which will be 4 across and 5 down, 20 blocks. Over the last 2 years, I have seen several quilts, particularly scrappy quilts, made with big flowers, raw edge appliqued on them, and I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. But I never really had a project suitable for that until this one. So I was going to explain what I have done, how I did it, and the tools I used, and I will try to put links in the description for all the stuff that I have used. So first off, these plastic cutting mats are big. They're 12 by 15, I think. 12 by 15. They're thin, they're translucent, they're sturdy. I have cut so many templates out of these. They come 6 to a package for not much money. I can't recall off the top of my head how much they cost, but it's not much. It's under $10 for 6 of these bad boys. So this is what I use to cut my templates. It cuts real easy. I actually use my kitchen shears. So it has a slick side, and then it has a frosted, I guess kind of grippy side. You can see it's got a texture to it. So I draw on the shiny side and cut it out. And then on this textured side, I put my grippers. Now, this particular one, I used the handy quilter tape because it's like a real coarse sandpaper. And it just grips so good. But the little silicone circles work good too. You just don't want this thing moving when you're tracing around it. Another thing is the little, whether it's the silicone dots or sandpaper, it raises it up enough so that your marker doesn't go underneath it. It stays outside where it belongs. Now, I used Crayola brand washable markers to mark this. I have never failed to have the Crayola brand washable markers wash out. I have marked the tops of my quilts. I've marked them on the long arm. I've marked them in every circumstance you could imagine, and it always washes out. So I marked these on the back side, and I cut 3-inch circles of heat and bond so that when I place them on my blocks or on my intersections or corners or whatever, then I can just hit it with the iron and stick it. And then I won't stitch it down until I get on the long arm, but they'll be stuck and behave themselves until that happens. I'm just a short way. I need to cut all these out And then I'm going to stitch my blocks together just randomly. No rhyme, no reason, just the next one that comes off the pile gets sewn, 4 across and 5 down. So that's how that's going to work. And then at intersections and intervals, I'll put a pickled flower. And I also have smaller brown dots that I can put in the center. So that's the project. I think it's going to be adorable. I've made several quilts. I need to post them in the community tab. And I just haven't been making content. The weather's been so bad. I've kind of been stuck in the house. And so, all things considered, I'm happy to bring you this presentation and hope that it encourages you to jump in and do something scrappy and make some big old flowers. Now, this flower was copyright-free clip art off the web. And what I do is I do everything with my phone. So I just took a screenshot, trimmed it, and then printed it from my phone. And it just turned out the perfect size, absolutely perfect. So when I get it on the long arm, I'll have the little brown center in here, and all I'm going to do is go around the outside edge and maybe in here once. So we'll see. It's all it's all an experiment, but I love it, and I love continuing to try to fulfill the purpose that God has ordained for me in creating these charity quilts. So I just love y'all to pieces. I do want to introduce you to a new family member. This is Kenny. Kenny was manufactured in Japan between 1969 and 71. He is almost identical to the very first machine I ever owned. I bought it new at the age of 19 from Sears, and I drove it till it dropped. I literally killed that cast iron machine sewing, but it lasted me for many years. And I did not take care of it because mostly I didn't know how. Fast forward 50 years, I know a little better about how to take care of them. This particular machine was on Marketplace for not much money. It came with a spare machine for parts. It's immaculate. It's an oil guzzler. And these older machines that are all metal, all steel, they are oil guzzlers. And that's good. You just have to stay on top of it and give them a drink way more frequently than you would any other machine. So it stitches like a dream. It's my new piecing machine. Gray Wolf is out in the shed. He's my binding machine. Queenie still does free motion quilting, and of course I have the long arm, and I also have my serger in here in the cat room, and I have taken to serging all the way around the outside of my quilt tops when I finish them. That's my stay stitching, and that is proving to be a boon when I get to the long arm. So y'all say hi to Kenny. And I love y'all to pieces. We will talk to you again very soon. And I will try to do an update on this particular project in the communities tab. I think it's called posts now. So look for the links for the mats, and we will talk to you later.